All right. Welcome in, everybody, to Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread. Coming at you live right at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. We got one day baseball game, and the rest come at the night. Doubleheader as well. So 16 games for us to be wagering on today after the slowest of slow Monday MLB slates where every game goes under except for one. Multiple shutouts. So you have a lot of angles where teams coming off putting up a goose egg. But we're live on Twitter. We appreciate everybody who's tapped in there. We'll try to shout you out. YouTube's the number one spot to be. Hop up to the title, click the link, and join the rest of the fellas and ladies in the chat where they're dropping their best bets, letting us know what's up. The chat's yours. We got the number one subs out there. Drop whatever you want to be dropping. And it's all powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Sosa, how are you doing today?
Splendid. Count on the fucking Liverpool Football Club to ruin a pretty much perfect day. It's tough to take. We were absolutely horrendous. I got to get right to it because my mentions were in shambles. We got smoked. We're bottom of the league. We deserve every joke. Time to start being honest. Klopp actually is not helping us. And obviously played Jordan Henderson, Milner. I'm just not understanding. I do think that with 9 days left in the transfer window, you kind of have to go out and get a midfielder. And please stop. Will the people on the internet stop saying shit like Liverpool really misses Sadio Mane? We fucking know. We know.
Do you know?
They look fucking amazing.
Well, they look amazing every year, man. I mean, they won the 12 straight.
They look like they have oh my god, bro, they look really good. And like I said, I mean that the fact that obviously he's gone and we look fucking terrible. So,
Yeah, we were completely off with that one, but we had to say to be contrarian because it was a put up or shut up moment, and they finally did.
Yep, they most certainly did. Yankees took care of Scherzer. The Royals kind of locked up. I mean, Kopech got hurt. I don't know if you saw, but he had like a leg injury and he didn't perform well. Jeffrey Springs obviously continues to be very effective. And just another day, and let's build on yesterday. Great start to the week, and let's continue with it.
Yeah, very slow midweek soccer slate, so we won't have any of that coming back around till the weekend. But the weekend, we got some college football coming at you live. We got an announcement, or our channel will be live on Thursday night for the first edition of If You Called In with Extra Dough with JD. You'll already be knowing what he's going to be doing on Thursdays, but the first edition is going to be coming at you live Thursday for betting-wise. Different style of betting, not straights, parlays, different avenues. So if you tapped in, I believe it's going to be sometime in the night. I forget exactly. But I don't know. I get too distracted by college football, looking at the win totals, looking at the games of the year lines. Let's get into the MLB.
Yes, sir. For me, like I said, I'm excited for the college football season for sure. So make sure we are locked in on the channel. I got no real takeaways. I didn't watch the second. You'd be proud of me. I didn't watch a second of whatever preseason game was on yesterday. I don't even remember who played, but I didn't watch it.
I did.
Look at you. Breaking
the Jets versus the Falcons. It was 16-3 at halftime. Then the Jets turned it around in the second half.
Oh.
I didn't really remember much which was going on, but it was on the background.
Any takeaways from that one?
No.
Okay. Me neither. I didn't watch any of it.
I did. There wasn't too much. It was very gross.
Preseason's done with. Thank God that's out of the way. I'm so glad that the NFL will officially be back in a couple of weeks. Well, yeah.
My biggest thing was how many people sat on the road this preseason. That was the first time you've seen that.
What do you mean? I beg your pardon?
Usually you got the first string guys, not the big names, but you got more players to come out on every game. And
Yep.
even if it was just 3 or 4 snaps, now every road game, your entire first team was just benched. None of them even dressed. That was the biggest thing I seen from this preseason, just overall, is that it was completely just a waste of time.
The fear of injury has overtaken the thought process of NFL coaches and GMs, except for Andy Reid, of course, who
Mahomes, 12 for what?
except for Andy Reid, because Andy Reid's like, hey, listen, and I kind of agree with Andy saying, like, injuries can take place at any time. You can't predict them. You know what I mean? It's very important to protect your assets, but it's also important to allow them to be professional athletes at the same time. So, and it's a fine line. Some teams played their starters not at all. Then we saw some guys go down, and other teams kind of like, yeah, we're just not going to risk it in any capacity, which is fine. You know what I mean? The game is the game. Especially if you have veterans on your roster, you think that, you know, they've already maneuvered through a NFL season. So,
Well, let's get into the MLB slate. We're not going to tease the first play of the day much at all. When you're sitting the Braves, first 5, team total over 2.5 at -101 on a Brubacher day, it's almost automatic. Sure, going up to Pittsburgh is a sleepy spot for Atlanta, who's been coming off just playing playoff caliber teams. They're laying a huge number in the money line. Brubacher's only faced the Braves 2 times in his appearances. The number has came through both times. Lock it in.
yes, sir. It's a Brubacher day. Your man's.
Yeah, not much else to say other than that.
He's also pitched well. He's accomplished his Ks in quite a few games. He's been pretty good, but he's still.
But K's and
still cash
runs have zero correlation with each other.
Absolutely, because I've seen a lot of guys like bet his Ks, and like after we win on like the team total, like he'll still get his Ks. So, you know,
multiple ways to cash there. He had a clean one against Boston, but like we said, I'm just staying away from the Boston games. It was Boston, man.
Oh, I'm betting on the Boston game tonight, because actually that's where my play's coming from.
Chad's hanging off a bridge right now, but tapping in. The dedication.
Glad you made it. Glad you made it.
No, that's for work.
For real.
All right, what you got?
My lead play is going to be the over in the Blue Jays Red Sox game. Russ Stripling against Winkowski. Obviously, I think that this game being in Boston, both teams should be good offensively. When you get to both teams' bullpens, both teams should still be good offensively. So yeah, give me the over 9.5 at -112. It's my favorite play in the Red Sox Blue Jays matchup today.
So you got the Fish going to the A's today with the Pablo start. All eyes on that one. You got anything there?
The only play I have is a lean. I'd lean towards the first 5 under. I think it's still, you know, the Marlins, they are terrible offensively, and Oakland is equally as abysmal offensively. So the first 5 under would probably be the only play that I really like, but it's just a lean. I can't. And that's
the only other. There's 2 other spots where there's a 7 on the board. They both have a little bit better pitchers in them. So let's get to the Brewers at the Dodgers here. You got Burns at Gosselin. One of the other totals that's sitting at 7. You got the Dodgers laying a -147 on the money line. That's because Burns has a 1.94 road ERA. The squad's 8-3 in his road starts. So Sosa's going to love it since his money line's since his run line's going to be at nice plus money.
Yeah, my favorite play is the team total. I mean, bro, did you watch this last night? What's really crazy is in the second inning, Justin Turner got gunned down at the plate by Yelich, and we just never ever recovered offensively at any point in the game. And then obviously, fucking Bickford gives up 3 in the 9th. Doesn't even give the team a chance to rally at the end, which was fucking fuck him. But yeah, it is what it is. I like the team total. It's at 4.5, I believe, or a flat 4. Let me pull up the card.
Those weird trends I was telling you about?
I beg you, I didn't hear what you say.
You know those weird trends I was telling you about teams shutting out their opponents? The Brewers have done it 7 times this season. The under is 6-1 afterwards, so today's a perfect find. Whether it finds its level spot or it's just a goose egg for the Brewers side and the Dodgers put 6 up.
One fatal mistake, if you did bet the Dodgers, Lauer has been historically very, very good against us. He's now, I believe, 6-1 on his career against the Dodgers. So he's pitched very, very well against us. So, it's like I said, it's a system type of thing for me. We bet them every day. If you're going to give me a power righty, last time we saw a guy that threw hard, that was a right-handed pitcher with Sandy Alcantara. He didn't make it out the fourth.
Yep. And after the Dodgers get shut out, they're 4-1 on the money line. Pretty tough to argue against that one with an 84-37 record. But this is only the second time of the season where the total is at 7 or less when the Dodgers at home. And they won that game straight up as well.
Also, both these teams in the last 5 games that they played against each other, every single one has gone under. They've all gone under. They're not scoring a ton of runs. 3.5, I do like it just because we are great against power pitching righties, and we're coming off a shutout. There's no way you can tell me that we're just
getting shut out.
Fucking insane, man.
All right, so let's see if you can stay hot with the Subway Series and your favorite squad, the Yankees, because they might just become your favorite team at this point just because of how accurate you've been on them. Well, but let's see. We got a Montes start. Do you still feel the juju? Because since he's been traded, he's been stay away territory big time.
He's going to be good tonight.
Ooh.
He's going to be good tonight. Going to get them through 5 or 6. The Yankees are going to win, and they'll get their team total. So Yankees money line -130, and the Dodgers and the Yankees team total at over 4.5 at -102. Taijuan Walker was not got moved up to start instead of DeGrom. Well, not moved up, but they scheduled DeGrom for today. They said that they want to get Taijuan Walker in because they don't want him to have too much rest, which
he would have had 7 days, and 2 of his past 3 starts have came against the Braves where he hasn't even made it to the 3rd inning. So I guess that's the thinking there. But, I mean, Frankie Montas the other way, 9 ERA over his last 3 has not been been making Jordan Montgomery become like a fan favorite.
Bruh, you talk about a guy that took both him and Gallo change the scenery, and all of a sudden they remember how to play baseball again.
It's also the just the mentality of you're really gonna fucking move me, and you're gonna put me on a different contender. All right, I got the best scenario possible. Fresh slate, let's go. That's just that winner mentality out there, and I like seeing it from both of them because Montgomery's been filthy as of late.
And I have one last play for the people. It is a dog of the day.
Ooh.
In the form of the Cleveland Guardians going to San Diego. Savale's on the mound. Clevenger, who's been really probably one of their better pitchers, or might be their best pitcher second half of the season.
I was supposed to say the Guardians used to have familiarity with him, but I don't think that many players are left on the roster at this point anymore.
Thanks. So for me, I'm on the Cleveland Guardians money line at +130. It's kind of one of those if you're scared, go to church type of deals. I am not sold on San Diego. They are going to compete for a playoff spot, but obviously we know that it's a little weaker of a class in the NL. So yeah, give me the Cleveland Guardians today at +130. I don't care if Savali's 2-11. I am not sold whatsoever. He's also had a lot of bad fucking breaks. Just be honest, So not necessarily. I mean, he's had some pretty tough breaks. I'm rocking with Cleveland today. I think Cleveland comes out. And they're a different team from a month ago. Like I said, I'm not worried about Savali. I'm more worried that San Diego has looked average against average pitchers, even with these boppers in the lineup. I'm rocking with Cleveland today on the road +130.
Yep. One of the comments that we got in here is we're going to be wrapping up the rest of the MLB slate. We didn't talk about either of the Cardinals-Cubs games since they have the doubleheader. We usually tend to avoid those just because of his comment. We don't know if it's a sleepy spot. Waino's on the mound in the early one. I think he has like 33 career starts against the Cubs going against the side. So it's a tough one to say it's a sleepy spot, but the Cardinals have been cooking. If you want to back the Cubbies, go for it. I got no real feels in either of them. What other games? We got Verlander start today with Minnesota coming in. Huge price, -300 there. Another huge price, you guys. Seattle laying 250 plus. So if you're just trying to go after the huge barking dogs, those would be the 2 plus the Pirates. So if anyone's crazy enough, let us know.
I'm good. That's
You
all.
usually have a feel about one of the times when there's a huge hungry dog hungry, but it doesn't seem like you got it on today.
Dude, I'm just, bro, the matchups just are so.
Yeah, the Phils took care of business yesterday, and now you have a Lodolo spot up today. I mean, just with them only putting up 4, if you really want to target them, they hit up Lodolo last time pretty well.
Ranger,
Yep.
as Ranger gets out the first, he's been all right.
Hey, Phils are 14-7 when Ranger starts this season, picking up dubs. That's all we do when he gets starts.
I want to fade Cease, but I think that might be another dog play that I like for the.
Oh, Lodolo was the 1-0 boring ass Sunday game last time. So Lodolo had a clean start. That makes me want to back the Phils a little bit more. Oh, it's Stinger Tuesday. That's what they want. Last week we pulled out Castellanos. I think that's the first time we did one.
Man,
Maybe we'll tweet one out.
Salvi if Salvi's in the lineup tonight against Zach Davies, he's gonna hit one. Whatever his odds are. Let me look at this shit. People ask me about this for Dinger Tuesday. We're gonna go Max Muncy.
What a wild statement from Kevin Link. Who would have thought they'd be words on August 23rd?
Max Muncy plus 440.
He's not wrong though, but those are wild words to be said.
And the other one is Salvador Perez at plus 300. Salvi's going to knock one out the park tonight. It's a fact.
Oh, do we run it back with Castellanos? No, I'm not running it back with Castellanos.
Ball to left field.
That was too perfect that you did it last week.
Right on time. Right on time.
Too bad there wasn't an apology that needed to be made. So we got college football coming up, like we said. Be tuned into the channel Thursday night. It's DFS. If you're still tapped in with us, JD will be having a DFS slate show. He'll be doing it each Thursday, how to cash out on the main slates, advice, players to target, help you do your own research. Just tail him if you want to. Any way you want to go about it, Daily Bread Media is just about sharing the wealth with everybody. That's why we got the number 1 chat out there. We got Jerry saying a Reynolds home run. All right. I was about to say, what's the most common last name? I'll just go with that one and not give a price. But there's only one Reynolds, I believe, now in the league. Remember Mark Reynolds back in the day?
Was it that long ago?
Feels like it at this point.
Right, yeah. Kind of does. This Phillies team total. I'm chilling on the Phillies, man. Y'all got that. If you're betting the Phillies, I'm chilling.
Yeah, they're 4-6 over the last few. You need to turn it back around. Other than that, we appreciate everyone tapping into the early edition of Daily Bread. We'll be coming back at you live probably around the same time tomorrow, if not around 11, since the Wednesday slate is the huge day game slate. I'm going to get my ass into the office. We appreciate everyone tapping in. Give us a like, retweet, follow, sub, whatever way you want to go about it. Sosa, anything else you want to say?
No, man. Let's win. Happy Tuesday.
We out.